Hello, Chris here, the Realalein140 thing. Hello. I'm joined by Lee, and I'm in a shop. This isn't my living room. This is a shop called
Favourite Beers.
Favourite Beers, and it's in Cheltenham. So I've got a bit of business to do this morning, but I've heard about this place. Something like 400 plus.
We got over 400 UK beers. We got about 750 different items in the shop, including 120 Belgian beers, a whole range of American beers, a lot of ciders and berries as well.
Over 750 different kinds of beer, and no wine or anything like that.
We have a very small selection of English wines, so a couple of vineyards and some fruit wines from a company called Light Bay, and some meads as well.
Okay. So what inspired you to start a shop that sold beer this way? Because I think you're relatively unique. There's some smaller operations, but I've not seen one this big and with this range of stock, and we'll show you that in a minute.
Yeah. Basically, I've always wanted there to be a shop like this. I've always wanted there to be one in Cheltenham, and nobody else had opened one. I decided to do it myself. I'd also got used to working with a lot of people in the beer industry. The last 7 years I've been organising a local charity beer festival. Got to meet all the brewers, other people in the industry, the publicans, the distributors, and they're really genuine people.
Yeah.
And I thought I could really work with them and make it go there.
It certainly looks like you are. From the beers that are in here that I've seen today, and I've just spent the best part of 75 quid on this. So my wife's going to go mad, but that's fine. She'll have to drink some of it. Well, can you give us a quick tour around the shop?
Yeah, sure.
And I might fire questions at you as we're going around.
Okay. Right, so the first part, we've got our UK ales around this part of the shop, and we organise them, for want of one way of doing it, by brewery, starting at A up here with Adur and Arbor ales, and we end up round here with Young's and Yeovil. As I say, just over 400 UK beers.
Yeah.
A good range. We're getting into some of the more unique small microbreweries. I did a trip out to London last week, picked up six breweries worth of beer, and just going around chatting to the guys. Evan at Colonel, absolute star. Went to the Beavertown brewery in Hackney. Met Logan Plant, Robert Plant's son, who's now a brewer down there. Really, really nice bloke, in the middle of a brew when we got there.
Excellent.
It's just great fun. Started off with a very small selection of international beers, apart from Belgium. We've now expanded because American beers have come on so much. We've got over 50 US beers in now, and that keeps on expanding. We created a German section a couple of months ago. It's actually done very, very well, and that's why it's a bit depleted. So we've got a new German order with about another 30 German beers coming in end of next week. Our other international section has changed a bit recently. We used to have a lot of the more bland lagers from around the world that people like, but we've moved now more into the esoteric European beers like the Mikeas, the Demodens, Notney, and they're selling really well. It's something that people really want. And over the far side we've got, I think, one of the finest selections of Belgian beer in the country. We've got over 120 Belgian beers over there. My sister-in-law's from Belgium, and she introduced me to their beer about 30 years ago. Been a big fan ever since. So we also do some of the Belgian glasses, because that's the best way of drinking Belgian beer.
Yeah.
Got a few beers in the fridge. We always have a brewery of the month. This month we've got Arbor Ales from Bristol, one of the very best breweries in the country in my mind at the moment. We had them in doing a Meet the Brewer evening last week. We do quite a lot of those. I do tasting evenings in the shop, things like that. There's our wine selection. It's quite small compared to the rest of the room. Then we come on to the ciders and perries. A bit low on that at the moment as well. We've probably only got just over 100. We normally have more than that. But we also do draft. We've normally got 4 or 5 draft ciders on and perries on at any time.
Okay.
And finally we have a few
unusual things here. I've not seen these before.
So we do micro casks. We've got some Thornbridge, some Bath Ales and Purity in at the moment. We do a range of other packaged products. We do our own bags of the local Gloucestershire beers. and we usually have some other offers on at any one point in time. Usually have a manager's box of the month as well.
Yeah. So you've got these nice comfy chairs here. What are they designed for?
They're for coming in and having a drink and sitting down. We have actually got a non-licence as well as an off-licence, so we can do all of the tasting evenings. And we do get occasional people just coming in, having a drink, a chill out. If they want to just come in and have a chat, it's great to have somewhere nice and comfortable to sit down.
Great. I'm going to put you on the spot ever so slightly, so don't feel obligated to answer this question. Your favourite British beer at the moment?
Favourite? It does change weekly, but I'd say over the last year, the one that's hit the spot for me every time, I'm generally a dark ale drinker, although I have turned a bit more hophead recently.
Yeah.
But the beer for me that I think is an absolute killer is the Ultimate Stout from Bristol Beer Factory.
Yes, I've got to agree with you on that. That's
Absolutely
a fantastic beer.
Stunning. And last year we won an award for the shop. We got the Independent Beer Retailer of the Year award at the Drinks Retail Awards up at the Dorchester Hotel in London. And Bristol Beer Factory knew that I liked that beer and they sent me a case of it. So congratulations.
Brilliant.
So thanks guys if you want.
Alright, and the second question, you said you touched earlier on the American beers and how that market's changed a bit in the last year, a couple of years maybe, for access to for us to get access to those beers over here. So what's your favourite brewer over there at the moment? Maybe not pin you down to a beer necessarily.
Favourite brewer, that would be tough. It would probably be between Odell and Stone, but I very seldom get hold of Stone. I'm hopefully going to get an order of Stone coming in about 3 weeks' time. So I've ordered everything I can get hold of.
Excellent.
But they are absolutely brilliant.
And just a little rarity that you've got in the shop, you managed to pick up some Pond Hopper with a collaboration beer.
Absolutely, the collaboration between Thornbridge and Adele. I was on the phone to Thornbridge at exactly the right time, the day that 30 cases, and that's all that's coming into the country, the day that they arrived. And I immediately, before I even knew the price, I ordered 5 of those cases. And I split them off with one of the other beer shops that I do a beer swap thing. Christian up at Sturchy Wines in South Birmingham, and so he's had a couple of cases, but I've got 3.
Excellent.
But they're not going to last long.
Well, I've got one of the bottles now, so that's mine. All right. Well, thanks for joining me. So there we go. Height difference again. It's always a killer. But yeah, thanks. Do come and visit this shop. It's absolutely amazing. Thanks for joining us, and cheers.
Cheers.